Alright, the reverb is cutting in and out on this sumbitch, and I think it's the cable. So I'm going to pull it apart. Alright, so this is the third and hopefully final time I have this thing apart before I finally give up and get a new reverb tank. But I get it working outside of the tank and then I stick it back in this stupid bag, which obviously loosens up the connection in some way. So I've got these grommets from a reverb tank that I saved out of a smaller Fender. Poking them out. Okay, so hopefully just fine. This little grommet there. Alright, so for clarity's sake, I'm going to use just this old reverb tank to demonstrate what I did to get these to seat a little bit better. So on the back of the Fender amp, alright, so not every RCA lead is created equal, but most of the older ones you'll see are this style where there's a pinch point for the input here, and that's your ground, right? So your signal is traveling through here, that's your positive end, and that's your negative. And what happens is, the reason my reverb tank was cutting in and out is because these leads are loose. So after cleaning it all out, what you can do is you can also kind of over pinch these. Like if they're loose, if it feels loose when it's going on, you just sort of over pinch those or over tighten them a bit and force them in a bit so that when you settle them into the actual thing, they pinch really hard, and if they're kind of hard to get on there, you'll notice they won't wiggle around at all. And that's basically what had happened to mine over time, was that it loosened up. And so after clearing it out with some deoxit, and then they could be hard to get off, but they'll stay on there. So if you're kind of forced with those, the other thing I had considered, because it's actually soldered, mine is soldered right onto the board, I had considered soldering new leads. If that wasn't going to work, that was going to be my next attempt to keep from having to try and find a new reverb tank, which is not that expensive.